What's up everybody, hope you're all doing well and welcome to the game hunt. And you might notice a little bit of difference here. My whole room is an absolute mess right now. We're still in the process of moving, so we've got everything boxed up. And to cut a long story short, I'm looking at getting rid of a load of stuff from my collection. It's a sad day, to be honest. I'm sad to see it go. But today we are going to be selling my Game Boy, my entire Game Boy collection, my Game Boy Advance from when I was a kid, my Game Boy SP, which I have no idea where I got this from. I don't remember playing this at all, but I don't even know if they'll accept this because it's got no charger, but that's the point. That's another point. But yeah, and my entire game collection. So let me show you the games. I have quite a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to get for it, honestly, but wait, well, there we go. So, wait, we're getting there. We got a few Game Boy Advance games. We got Spider-Man, Castlevania, the only Castlevania game I've played, absolutely slaps. Monsters Inc. again, and Finding Nemo. Super Mario 3, Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, and then all the Game Boy games. Tasmania, Wario Blast, Mulan, Bugs Bunny, Crazy Castle, Parasol Stars, Pocket Bomberman, Super Mario Land 2. That's a good game. I really enjoyed that. Game & Watch Gallery 2, Bubble Bubble, and Link's Awakening. And I really annoyed myself because as a kid I wrote my name. I don't know if that comes up on the camera, but I actually wrote my name. It's faded a little bit, but I don't know. I'm sure that I'm selling all these at CEX, which I know I could get a lot more money by selling it on eBay, but I kind of just want to get rid of this. But there's 3 games that you might be interested in. Let me just gather them here. I hid them away from the rest. You might have already seen it, but we got Pokemon Fire Red. Now, this is worth a fair amount. I am not too sure. I'm going to say it's like around 60 or 70 pounds on eBay, but again, I'm just going to get it at CEX. I don't really know how much they'll offer. We got Pokemon Blue, and for some reason, as a kid, I don't know why I do these things, I wrote Pokemon Blue on it. I don't know, that will devalue it, but I think they'll still accept it. But an amazing game. And this one, I have no idea if this is real or not. It just says game on it, and when I booted this up, like as a kid, I remember it was all in Japanese, so I couldn't even play it. I tried to play it. I didn't really understand what was going on. So it's 2-in-1. I'm pretty sure this is fake. So I don't think they'll accept this. But it's Pokemon Gold and Soul Silver, which 2 really good games. But I think this is where the bulk of the money is going to come from. I don't know if they'll accept this. But we'll see how much we can get for it. I'm looking forward to just, to be honest, as I said, it's sad to see it go, but I need to make space, even though this isn't taking up much space. But it's a system that I'm just not going to collect for in any capacity. I'm never going to go out of my way to buy Game Boy games unless they're so cheap. And even then, I would just sell them on anyway. So that's that. I'm also going to be selling this Xbox Kinect that I never use. The PS4 VR set, which, again, never use. And where else? We've got some stuff here. I'll just move all this out of the way. We got this copy of UFC 3 for the Xbox One. I don't know where the cover went. This isn't my game. I actually got this. I found this on the street and I was just like, oh, okay, I'll take it. See if I can get something for it. If not, I'm literally going to throw it away because I just don't want the game. And a steelbook of Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox 360. This was my original copy when the game first came out. It's a bit dinged up. I've got GTA 5 on PC. I don't usually collect steelbooks, if I'm honest. So I kind of just want the normal game, and I'm never going to play this copy of the game again. So we'll see. You know, just trying to make some space. We'll see how much we can get for all of this. Well, all of this. But yeah, it should be an interesting day. But as I might have mentioned, I can't remember if I did. I got a very busy day, but I guess we'll talk about that throughout the video. So we're going to CEX in Bromley. Now this store is either really hit or miss. Sometimes they have some really good things. I'm like, whoa, okay, how did you get that? And sometimes they just have absolutely nothing that I'm interested in stock. But today, this game right here really interested me. Slave Zero X, never heard of it before, but the boxed version of it looked really cool. I was certainly interested in that. And then there's X-Men Origins Wolverine. That is one of my holy grail games. For context, I bought that game twice and it's pretty expensive, and both copies of the game have been broken each time. So I feel like I'm missing out so much, but I really like the game. And then there's a few like rare games. There's Tokyo Tattoo Girls, which I've never heard of before. I'm sure that's an absolute iconic game. And like the Assassin's Creed boxed special edition or whatever. That looks pretty cool. Some Pokemon games. They're so expensive, Pokemon games. I don't really understand it, to be honest. But whilst they're testing all the stuff I gave them, I'm going to be looking in other shops. So here we're in Mankind. and Mankind's a really cool shop. They have some really cool statues. At the moment, I'm not going to be buying anything because I've got a few statues and like stuff like that, but I'm buying a house right now, so when I get my games room, maybe we'll be visiting somewhere like here in the future, but for now, I'm not going to be buying anything, but it's still really cool to look. And during my travels, I found this shop, which I can't even remember the name of it, but it's like a really retro game store. I think it's called like Cash Exchange. I can't really remember it, but they had like Dreamcast games, they had boxed PlayStation 1 games, they had pretty much every like console games that you can think of, and for like, I think, fairly reasonable price. So I'm definitely going to be visiting here in the future. They had like the boxed Nintendo 64, they had the Sega Genesis, I think. They had so much stuff there, so I'm definitely going to be looking in here in the future. Right, so I'm back from CEX, and it was a fairly successful trip. I don't know, I'm a little bit... Some of the stuff sold, some of the stuff didn't sell, and I guess I'll go into all of the detail for that. The PS4 VR set pretty much was declined straight away because I didn't have a cable for it. I haven't used the system in so long. I barely used it when I got it. I used it like maybe 2 or 3 times. So I have to find that cable and then I can just get rid of it and make some space. Both the Game Boys didn't sell. This was quite sad for me. This one I kind of knew was going to not sell because I didn't have the charger, which fair enough. This one is just a rookie error for me. It's a rookie mistake. I left the batteries in this entire time. So he opened them up and he showed me like, yeah, they've corroded. So it might not even work. So I need to try and put some batteries in, see if it works without exploding. So rookie error, but these things happen. So it's a shame. So I can understand why they rejected both the Game Boys. I did sell the Xbox Connect, and the Xbox games, I can't lie, the GTA Steelbook, they wouldn't take it because the games are so mangled. They had like all weird stuff on them, which I didn't even look at the discs, to be honest. I just wanted to get rid of it. And the UFC 3, they wouldn't buy because it has no cover. Even though I see some of the worst reprint attempts from them ever, and they'll sell it, which is crazy. So I was surprised they didn't take that, to be fair. But it is what it is. I mean, I wasn't that bothered by it. I'm actually going to throw the game away. But so I'm not going to get anything from it. But the things that I did sell, in terms of the Game Boy games, quite a few didn't sell, which, fair enough. I knew this one was pretty much doomed from the get-go because I think this is fake. I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe it's not. I don't remember, but I remember it's Japanese. So I don't remember seeing anything online about there being a 2-in-1 gold and soul silver Game Boy game. It doesn't even say Game Boy. It literally just says game, if you can see that. So I think this is fake, which is fair enough. But for the Pokemon Fire Red, that was the thing that I think was going to make the most money. He looked at it immediately when I pointed out and was like, yeah, there's Pokemon there. And he looked surprised and he looked at it and he went, that's fake. I'm like, no, you are having me on. You barely looked at it. Like, how have you come to that conclusion? And then I started thinking, like, is this fake? Because I remember playing it as a kid and it worked fine. I don't remember where I got it from. That is one thing. And I'm thinking like, oh, sugar, like, is this actually fake? And I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to get anything for it. And so he was like, well, we'll test it and see if it is. I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking like, how does he know it's fake? But he didn't say. So I was just like, okay. He took a few of the games. To be honest, there's quite a few games left, which I don't know where I'm going to sell these. I'll look how much these all are on eBay. I don't know if it's worth anything, but again, it's a system that I'm not going to collect for, so I'm not going to be holding my breath on it. So that's that. But yeah, all in all, I did sell some things after about an hour of them testing it, which I kind of left and came back. Let's go over what I sold. So the Xbox Connect, which sold for £7. I'm never going to use that. Pokemon Fire Red did sell, and he said to me, yeah, it's real. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I got £51 store credit for it, which I know I could get more. I haven't got the time to put it on eBay and make an extra 15, 20 quid if I'm lucky, and then I've got to pay and post it. I just can't be asked, to be honest. So I know I lost money a little bit on it, but it is what it is. Castlevania, which is a great game, by the way, sold for £7. Super Mario Advance 4 and Super Mario Bros. 3 sold for £5. Parasol Stars sold for £4. Game & Watch Gallery sold for £1.20, which is peak. Disney's Mulan sold for £1.50. One game, Bugs Bunny, sold for 90p. I would not have sold it for 90p. I would have tried my luck at a boot fair or something, but Oh well. Wario Blast featuring Bomberman sold for £3. So that leaves me with a grand total of £80 and 60 pence in CEX vouchers. If I'm being completely honest, I love the Game Boy. I love the Game Boy Advanced, and I love some of the games. I did have a lot of fun memories playing it as a kid, but to try and play these games now, to try and afford these games, it's pretty much undoable for me. I think the Game Boy has some of the most expensive games out there, and if I was to ever collect for this system, I would want the boxed ones, which, again, is just too expensive. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you think I made a good decision or a wrong decision? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.